Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Or if you're a new viewer, hi. Thank you so much for coming by today to hang out with me. So today's video is going to be a super exciting one. I have the new Natasha Denona bronze palette. Oh my gosh, she's dirty. You didn't see that. So I'm going to be creating two different eye looks just to see what the formulas are like. I want to try to use as many shadows as possible. Before we go any further, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. While you're at it, hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss any of my uploads, and let's go ahead and get started. Every time I hold this up, it shows my setup. It's super distracting. Not to mention, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. But love this packaging. It's so beautiful. To be honest with you, I wasn't even going to pick this palette up, and the more that I saw it, the more I wanted it. When you see the inside, you might understand why. It is just so freaking pretty. Look how pretty that is. I haven't touched it. I've been so good. I'm so proud of myself. I haven't swatched it. I haven't done anything. And I've had it since yesterday. So I picked my palette up off the Natasha Denona website. Shipped extremely fast. I think I got mine in like 4 days, something crazy. It is also available on the Sephora website. It is $65. Which, you know, is a little bit pricey, but this is Natasha Denona that we're talking about. Now, I'm not somebody that collects Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I only have her Love palette, and I have her Gold palette. So this is only my third palette from her. And I don't know what it is about this one in particular that, like, drew me in the way it did. Honestly, I think it's the shimmers. I'm a huge sucker for a good shimmer formula, and I do know that her shimmer formula is pretty fantastic. Plus, this is like a warm, neutral palette. Like, you can't go wrong. So I'm really excited to try it out, see what I think about this formula in particular. So when I'm reading up on this palette, it says that it has duochromes in here, cream to powder mattes, shimmers, metallics. Like, I love the variety of formulas in an eyeshadow palette. That's something that I look for. I don't like when an eyeshadow palette only has like mattes and shimmers and that's it. I like when there's a variety of textures. I'm really big on textures. I don't know, I'm super excited to dip into this. So I think what I want to do is swatch it first, and then we'll create a couple of eye looks. Now, this is a first impressions video. This is not a full review. That's a mistake that I've made in past videos, is calling something a review when it was the first time that I was using something. You can't really call something a review if you've only used the product once, or even really twice for all that matter. Like, you really got to get to know a product by using it several times before you can call something an actual review. So this video is a first impressions. I think what I'll do is in the future, after I've had a chance to really get to know this and really get to use it some more, then I can do an actual full-on review video. But I wanted to get this one up as quick as possible for you guys if you're interested in picking it up. So I'm going to stop jabber-jawing and we're going to get into the video here. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this first row. We have True Copper. Oh boy. That's pretty. I didn't think this through. I don't have anything to wipe this on. My pants usually become my wash rag. The next shade is a matte. Feels super creamy. This one is Suntan. Okay. Then we have Sundown. These are really orangey toned. Very warm orange tones. Ooh, I don't know what kind of formula that is, but I like it. This one's called Deep Dive. Holy Moses. I like that. Super creamy. Then we have, what is this, Rhodium? Is that how you say that? Rhodium. Ooh. I don't even know how to describe that shade. Like a dark taupey brown? I don't know, that's different. I kind of like that. So that's the first row. I just want to get these on the eyeballs. Like, swatching is cool and all for comparison's sake, but I want to play with these. Alright, let's go down to the second row here. The first shade that we have is called Magma. Ooh. That's a nice rich brown. The next shade is High Degree. Okay, it's pretty much like the same shade except for it's like a shimmer formula. Alright, the next shade down from that is Alloy. This is a really beautiful... Is that a duochrome? Yeah, Alloy's a duochrome. Okay, I was just looking at the back of the box there. Alright, the next shade is Ridge. I'm just used to my Indie Shadow duochromes, the ones that are like out of this world and you look at them and you can definitely tell that they're duochromes. This one kind of looked like one because it's like a coppery, not copper, I don't know how to explain that. It's not exactly bronze. It's more of like an orangey shade and it shifts. I don't even know. It's gorgeous. I'm terrible with color description, so you're going to have to forgive me. Again, this one's Ridge. That's just a very beautiful, like a rusty orange. Rusty orange, is that a thing? I don't know. The next shade down is going to be called True Bronze. That feels like a topper shade. I'm not the biggest fan of those shades. I don't know. That one's pretty. I like that one better than like the other topper shades that I've seen from her. I like that a lot, actually. I'm just going to go ahead and swatch the next row right here. So we have Gloaming. Gloaming? What the hell does that mean? What's gloaming? I need to know. I need to know what gloaming is. The definition that we have here on Google is twilight or dusk, and it says hundreds of lights are already shimmering in the gloaming. That sounds insane. Gloaming. Ooh, that one's a little chunky, but gorgeous. Very, very pretty. I like that. Next up is Palladium. Ooh, that's nice. Palladium is a metallic. The next shade's called Bliss. This one's definitely a duochrome. I can see the shift in the pan. This one's got that warm, like, orangey shift, but it's got like a red base or like a hot pink base. That's super pretty. Kind of want that all over my lid. All right, next up is the shade Silk. Wow. That's the kind of shade you want to just slather your whole body with. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that's what I want to do with it. It's a little chunky. Some of these shimmers are really chunky. And then last but not least, we have the shade Beach, which is just a really, like, neutral to me matte. Kind of like a camel shade, maybe a little darker. I mean, there's no doubt about that this is an absolutely gorgeous palette. I just have to ask myself, how different are these eye looks really going to be? Because a lot of these shades look really similar. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't want to judge a book. I haven't used them yet, so I can't really speak too much on that. We'll see what happens here with the eye look. Now, when I think of bronze, I think of more of a deeper shade. Let me just explain my thought process here. When I think of bronze, I'm thinking of this shade down here, Palladium. Let me just put a swatch of it on my arm. So, this is the shade that comes to mind when I think of bronze. A really deep, bronzy shade, right? The other shades in this palette kind of remind me of copper. So, I don't know. I just think that it's interesting. I think it's interesting that it's called the bronze palette. I mean, I don't know what else you would call it. But I just don't feel like that's, like the shade Silk, like that's a straight up copper shade. Am I wrong? Am I crazy? Let me know down below. To be honest, I'm struggling trying to decide what to use. They are so beautiful. I don't know what to use first. Let's start with the shade Beach. That's this neutral, like, camel shade down here. Camel, khaki, I don't know what color that is, but we're going to buff that into the crease on this eye. Whoa, that's a lot of pigment. Whoops. To buff that out, like, big time. Holy shit. By the way, I put, oh my god. I have the NARS eyeshadow base on my eyes. boy. And don't mind the eyebrows. They're not doing it for me today, okay? I don't know what the hell I did. I was trying the whole, like, fluffy brow thing. When you don't have any eyebrows, that's a really hard technique to master. So this is what I got. These wiry looking eyebrows. This video is about the eyeshadow, though. Let's hope the eyeshadow turns out better than the brows. So I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so freaking excited about it. I was talking to my son about it earlier, and I think I want to do a giveaway once I hit 1,000. I don't want to make it a big deal, though. Like, I don't want people coming to my channel just for the giveaway. I don't like the idea of that. I only want people on my channel that actually enjoy watching my videos, that are actually here to be a part of this community. I don't want people here just because there's a giveaway going on. That's not what I'm trying to do with my channel. Let me know. Let me know if you guys would be interested in a giveaway. I have so many amazing supporters here on my channel, and I want to give back somehow. I don't even know what the hell I would give away. What do you guys want? What do y'all want from me? The shade, I almost said bleach. Don't put bleach on your eye. The shade Beach is very powdery. Not powdery. There's a lot of kick up. Now, we're not judging eyeshadow skill. We're just judging eyeshadow, okay? Okay, next I think I want to take the shade Suntan up here, and we are going to put that in the crease. Oh, by the way, the first brush that I used was my Sonia G Blender Pro brush. Love Sonia G brushes. They are fantastic. The next brush that I'm going to go in with is the Crease Pro by Sonia G. Once you start using Sonia G brushes, it's nearly impossible to go back to whatever you were using before. Especially if it was like Morphe or something like that. No shade. I'm just really lightly going in that crease there. When you have hooded eyes like I do, you have to kind of fake your crease a little bit. Give your eyeball some depth. God, I hate to see how these lids are going to look 10 years from now. It's so depressing to think about. Let's blend out that edge there with that first brush. I'm not putting any additional product on it. I'm just kind of blending it. I don't want it to look crazy. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take like more of a packer brush. Girl, what you need to do is wipe that bottom lip. Oh my god. Let's take my Sonia G Builder Pro. I really love this brush for packing on color. It's got that really nice like flat brush head, but it's also very like dense. I don't know. I really love it for this reason. I'm going to use this to start building up this outer edge here. What I also like about these brushes, even though this is not a video about these brushes, is you can turn them sideways to get that blend, like in that crease when you're done packing that color on. I really like that. So far, these are blending so beautifully. I haven't had any kind of trouble at all. Okay, I really debated going back and forth on what I wanted to do with this. I'm going to take the shade Magma, which is the darkest matte besides that black, and I'm going to just pack a little bit on the outer edge there. I'm going to take a different brush. I'm going to take my Rephr, what is this? My Rephr 2 brush. This is a fantastic brush for packing on color as well. It's even really good for like smudging under the eye. I will say that I haven't been exactly like careful, and I don't have any fallout underneath my eye at all right now, which is honestly pretty amazing considering how much kick up is in this pan. I like the way these are building on each other too. I'm going to take Gloaming, and we're going to put it right here. Super pretty. It almost makes me want to put it all over the lid. I don't know why I do that when I'm filming. I'm like... Sorry. I can definitely see more of that duochrome quality when it's on my lid. Ooh, that's nice. So now I'm going to take the shade Silk, which is this really beautiful bronzy shade, coppery shade, whatever it is, metallic shade. We're going to stamp it right there. And no, I'm not using a brush because I usually do use my fingers for these types of shadows. I just think that you get so much more payoff and pigmentation when you use a finger. Which I know irritates some people, and I'm sorry. But this is how I do my shadow. Oh, I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so I finished up with this eye, obviously. I just smoked out some of those same colors underneath my lower lash line. And then I took the Benefit Roller Lash on the upper lashes and the Essence Lash Princess waterproof version on the lower lash line. And I look hella crazy with one eye done and one not. It's amazing what a little bit of eyeshadow can do, right? So now I have to decide what to do with the other eye. And I want this other eye to be dramatically different from this side. I'm going to take Ridge and mix it with the shade up here. What is that? Sundown. I'm going to mix those two to come up with my transition shade. Why not? The reason why I really like the NARS eyeshadow base is because, I mean, I've had the base on now for 3 hours, something like that. There's no creasing, there's no oil on my lids, there's no nothing. It's just a nice matte base for your eyeshadows. I really like that. It's probably one of my favorite eyeshadow bases at the moment. I'm just dusting that like really lightly. I think what I want to do is pack that shade Ridge on the like outer portion of my eye first, and then I'm going to start putting some of Deep Dive in that outer portion. Oh, I like that tone. I like that like mustardy tone. All right, this is going to be the tough part. And I'm frankly a little worried. Yeah, I'm going to build it up a little bit with Suntan, which is that brown. So we're using some of the same shades here, but just in a different way. And then I'll go in with the black. Just kind of like easing into it. I don't want this to be so warm. Okay, I'm going to start taking that black, that shade Deep Dive right here, on my Sonia G Builder Pro. That's that one that packs on that color pretty good. But I'm going to do it in a very, like, I'm just going to do it very gently and hope I don't completely ruin this look. I'm just going to start, like, smudging it, I guess. So far, so good. I think the key is just to do it slowly. Okay, change of plans. I'm going to take the shade Rhodium now on that outer portion of my lid, just to kind of give it some more depth. I gotta say, I really like the way all these shadows have blended so far. Even that black shade that I was extremely scared of, I think that it did a fantastic job. I'm taking Rhodium on my finger, and I'm going to put it right here to start. It's not quite as pigmented as I would like it to be, but it's definitely not bad. I mean, it's really pretty. All right, so now I'm going to take that black and pack it on just a little bit more on that outer corner. Just like ever so slightly. We don't need a whole lot more. Let's take True Bronze. That's this really beautiful, this is like a topper, I'm hoping this looks okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Natasha. I see you, girl. I kind of like that. That's really pretty. I'm going to take my Sigma small angle brush. This is their E65. And I'm going to dip into that black shade. And I'm going to stamp that on my lower waterline. Alright, now let's smoke that out with that mustardy shade. I'm going to take my Sigma E30. This is a pencil brush. This works really well for smoking out that lower lash line. And again, I'm going to dip back and forth in between Ridge and Sundown. Those are those two more like mustardy shades. Here and here. Then I'm going to take a fluffier brush. This is the Sigma blending brush, the E36. And I'm going to use that to take Sundown, which is the lightest of those two shades. And I'm just going to smoke that out underneath. Very lightly. My makeup is starting to break down, starting to look really like creasy. Not my eyes, but like the rest of my face. Because I've been filming this video forever. I really like how that turned out. Like a whole lot. I don't know which one I like better. I like them both. Alright, now I'm going to hop off camera. I'm going to curl the lashes. I'm going to throw the same mascara on the top and bottom. And then we'll come back and I will give you guys my thoughts on this palette. So I finished off the lips with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Up and Down Tan. I love this for any kind of nude look that I'm doing on myself. First I filled it in with the shade Finesse from Propa Beauty. Looks like that. I only have 2 shades right now. I'd love to get more because I love this lipstick. I thought that this lip was a little bit too light for the eyes. So then I went back over top of that with Limitless. And that's what I'm wearing currently. Then I took the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. You know, dabbed a little bit of that on the cheekbones there just to give me a little bit of glow. And that's it. So what do you guys think? Which eye look do you like better? At first, I didn't think I was going to be able to come up with 2 very different eye looks. And I don't know about you guys, but I would say these looks are pretty different. I mean, they both have like that coppery kind of undertone on both of them. But for the most part, these are 2 different eye looks. I don't know how many eye looks I would be able to create with this palette. I don't know if it would be worth spending the $65. Do I personally think it's worth $65? Yes. I love Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I love her cream to matte formula. It is one of a kind. And they blend just seamlessly. They blend themselves. When it comes to the beautiful, like shimmery, metallic, the duochrome, what in the f is that on my wall? More ants. I am extremely glad to have this in my collection. I can't wait to use this some more. I wouldn't say that I like this over the gold palette, but this definitely comes in at a close second. Like they might be neck and neck tied. So, you know, I've said this before in other videos with higher end products. Sometimes you're paying for the name. Sometimes you're paying for the name, for that luxury experience, and not so much the quality of the product. But I gotta tell you guys, I feel like the quality of these shadows is really, really good. So if it's something that you're really interested in, I can't speak on behalf of people with a deeper skin tone. I don't know that you'll be able to get the depth that you need with this palette. There really is only those couple like darker shades in here. So how much are these lighter tones really going to show up on a deeper skin tone? I don't know, but I do know that Kelsey Brianna J just uploaded her video reviewing this palette. So if you're somebody with a deeper skin tone, I'm going to link her review video down below so you guys can go check that out. And maybe that would be more helpful to, you know, someone that has a skin tone that's darker than mine, because different things work for different people. So that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this evening. It means a lot to me that you all choose to spend a portion of your day hanging out with me out of all the other things you could be doing. So I'm really grateful that you guys choose to do that. If you're not already subscribed to my channel and you're enjoying my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell, that way you don't miss out on any of my future uploads, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.